So we covered almost 99. There's just one left, and I kept my favorite one as the last one. The heart as a center of understanding. The miracle of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said, "Indeed, there is a lump of flesh in the body. If it is well, the entire body will be well. And if it is decayed or corrupted, the entire body will be corrupted. Indeed, it is the heart." Sahih al-Bukhari. We all know that its heart is, the main function of the heart is to pump the blood, right? To pump the blood. That's in and of itself is a very important function. But we know what he's referring to here. Heart is basically able to understand things. Until few years ago, we used to think that mind is responsible for doing all understanding part. But Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is saying, no, it's not your mind, it's not your brain, it's the heart. And everything comes from the heart. And what exactly they found out was very amazing discovery. They discovered that a human heart, it emits an electromagnetic field, and that surrounds the entire body, and at least like up to 15 feet, like this electromagnetic field, and it goes in every direction. And this field, it sends signals to every cell in our body, and it affects our physical, mental, and emotional health. So this signal, it will tell all the cells what you are supposed to do. So this hand that I am moving like this, it's my heart which is telling this hand to move. It's not my mind. Basically, mind is used as a secondary thing. Heart initiates it, and the mind does the duty on the heart's behalf. So the initial signal comes from the heart, and mind helps it to get propagated. True, if you heard about this heart transplant cases, right? When the heart is really new, and they did this research. When you bring something like an object of danger, like a knife or something, you point to it, the heart is like cold. It doesn't show any emotion to it. It's just like nothing happened. Mind is functioning properly, right? I mean, one would say, hey, you have brain, you're thinking very well, but how come you're not getting scared? So that's the reason. When the heart is cold, heart doesn't really understand the fact that somebody is trying to harm you. So it doesn't send the signal to brain that you have to take some action, because the heart is not able to understand it. So that's what happens. So of course, they have heart, subhanAllah, that's amazing. They have heart, but they do not understand, as a Quranic verse as well. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also covers their hearts as well. We learn from Surah Al-Baqarah as well, right? It covers it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if the people are showing consistent arrogance and a complete denial, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala covers it up. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is very clear that if your heart, if it gets corrupted, that's it. Your whole body is lost, basically, under the complete slavery of your desires. The desires, again, comes from the heart. So, and that's the reason why, even if you pray 5 times a day, you have to be very careful. This field, perhaps that's how even the, maybe the jinns and the angels, they understand by this electromagnetic field. We don't know, but people know, and the scientists say that you will be affected if somebody comes near to you because of this electromagnetic field. And subhanAllah, Rasulullah, that's why I said that be in good companionship always. Be careful who you choose to be with, because you get affected by that person. So this has some effect. We don't know exactly what, it's still going on, this research, but this heart is capable of doing many things. And we are also at war with shaitan, and we know how the shaitan always whispers in our ears and makes us do things. Because of this whispering, our hearts can get affected if we don't really pay attention. So our understanding, the heart that understands, it can get affected. It can get diseased if we don't control it. And how should we go about making our heart healthy spiritually? Rasulullah ﷺ gave so many advice, so many suggestions to us, and so many recommendations. We make a dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, tatmain al-qulub, all that verse, the verses that heart find peace. The diseases of the heart will go away because of that. And once you clean all these diseases, your heart starts changing. It sends different kinds of electromagnetic signals to your body. It will always tell you to do good and stop the evils. So it has effect. And sometimes if you don't control your heart, like arrogance and lies and things like that, the greed that comes in, your heart's understanding, it begins to change, and it always tells you to do wrong things. So even anything that you do Islamically, always remember that any action that you do, it is causing an effect to your heart. Even the salah that you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with, and also sitting in this halaqah as well, it has an effect on your heart. So we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He really helps us in making the heart clean. And this again, if you go on internet, there's lots and lots of material about this. It's very amazing. They call it heart intelligence. Heart intelligence. If you just Google it, you will see so many amazing videos about it. How really heart is responsible. That's like the leader of our body, and that's the one that initiates everything. Main decision-making organ, basically. Right. So mind is really does all the complex things, all calculations and everything, but the initiation of any understanding, it comes from the heart. And they also said that there is a hormone in the heart that sends messages to all parts of the body. That is also one of the another discovery. So these were all the 100 miracles, but there are lots and lots of other miracles as well. I just didn't mention them, but the purpose was of this halaqah, the series, was to strengthen our iman first of all, right? And develop that very good connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in particular. I had to do lots of research, read a lot of books for all these 100 miracles, many seerah books, many books written on this topic. But subhanAllah, after reading all this, I feel that whenever I listen to a hadith, any words of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it has a different meaning to me than before reading this material, because now these things really get into your heart. And that's the main purpose. Whenever you strengthen your belief, when you get more and more connected with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his words have more meaning to you. Your heart is more receptive to those words. And we hope that through these information, these miracles, we develop a lot of love for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So whatever I presented to you, I pray to Allah that He accepts this work, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me if I made any mistakes. And I also pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He makes us very strong Muslims and makes us develop strong love with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وتوفنا من المسلمين. السلام عليكم.